Hello, how you doing? 589 Society. Hello, honey. How you doing? Thanks, Chris. I appreciate that. Digital Asset Conductor. You were first. How you doing? Thank you. I don't usually do this really on the cuff on a live stream. I usually hi Tario. Usually I do this sort of thing and plan it out. But there's been some things that sort of play on my mind, that everybody talks about hype, and how despondent people are about the fact that the price isn't moving the way it should be, and there's infighting and people getting ratty with each other, and the disappointment makes a big difference on how we treat each other. And I'm finding it. Hey, hi Notorious, thank you so much. I'm finding it hard to watch. There's some people that are being quite nasty, abrupt, pissed off. You know how it goes. Your disappointment, and then you lash out, and arguments are happening with people that shouldn't be happening, and things are taken out of context. Bones, how you doing? Yeah, things are taken out of context, and I know it's a frustration. Angie, welcome aboard. So I thought I'd do something slightly different, and I never expected that 10 people would turn up, but hit the like button. 11 people would turn up. Hannah, how you doing? Nothing's changed beside the price. No, everything's changed except for the price. That's the thing that I need to sort of highlight to people, because everything's getting better. The news that comes out is on a roll. There's so much more that's come on. I mean, New Zealand have approved that you can actually get paid in crypto. I mean, what the hell? XRP has been put up there by the FCA in the UK, and that means that we're going to have some rails put in for the UK side of things. So there's some really, really great things happening. And to be honest, more so than a year ago, we've got a better idea about what it's all about. When we turned around and said, XRP could be the world currency, we didn't actually think that it would be happening right in front of our faces. It was a projection of what might happen or could happen. And then all over the last sort of 12 months, I've been in it less than 12 months, so I can only go by my experience. I didn't find Twitter until probably the Twitter community, probably around about sort of mid-October. I sort of jumped in and out and started to have a look at, Donna, come back, you need to listen to this. That's my sister, by the way, Donna Brockwell. That's my sis. Wow, she must have got a notification. Yeah, so basically it's one of those things where I bought my first XRP at the end of September. So basically from the end of September, I found some YouTubers. I already done my research before I went looking for extra information from YouTubers, and then fell into the Twitter community, and thank God for you lot. I really appreciate what you do by keeping me going. And yeah, we do. In XRP, we do trust, and it's not a blind trust. It's not a blind faith either. So basically, what I'm trying to bring out to the community today is, I watch Love for Crypto. I think Scott is amazing. Every morning I wake up, I go to see if it's live. Hi Rose, how you doing? I go and see if his video's been uploaded, and that's my first thing that I do every morning, because his 10 minutes, he just does 10 minutes, and he keeps it to 10 minutes too. Every single day, bit of information. Doesn't matter whether it's raining, shining, whether he's at work, whether he's not at work. He's there, and he gives you 10 minutes of a subject. And I find that culmination of all the information that he's putting in front starts to build a bigger picture, because it's a massive jigsaw puzzle what we're looking at. The jigsaw puzzle just gets bigger and bigger. I mean, like I say, back in when I join the community, go end of October. You know, my thoughts were, terrible guy, 1, 2, 3. Basically, he was in there and he's saying 589 by the end of December 18. And I'm looking at it going, well, actually, no, you know, I've just bought at 41 pence. So not really something that I would expect to happen, but got excited because even if it goes up anywhere near that or anywhere above where I bought in, found bloody tastic. But also, you know, knew that there would be an ongoing hodling, didn't know that word at the time, that would need to happen in order to take the benefits in the longer term. So Peru, thank you very much for joining. Basically, I was on his stream yesterday and he's talking about China, I think it was, and the ongoing thing on that. And I basically went in and said, you know, great stream as always. Is it me or is everything getting more excited? And I'm not talking about excited as in excited about the price, because every time I get excited about the price, it goes down. So I'm trying not to, so you lot can have a little bit of growth. And every time that I used to buy it, can't buy it at the moment, but every time I used to buy it, it would go down. So I stopped buying it, but it still goes down. So it doesn't make any difference. However, somebody came on there and said, oh, yeah, you know, blah, blah, yawn. And that stopped me in my tracks. And I thought, how can you get yawny? How can you get bored with all of this information that's coming out? Forget the price rise. Forget the price rise, because it will go up when it's going up. And we are all aware that it should be higher than what it currently is, and it isn't. We see some of the other coins go up exponentially, and ours is sitting there. BNB coin, you know, from scratch, sitting there. It's overtaken XRP, and I look at that and I go, what? How? I know how, but you know, it's still the same thing. We still look at that and go, well, how does that go up and nothing else does? And basically, it's a case of I wanted to go back to him in the most logical way possible without being horrible about it, although I did call him a tool, because I said, as Scott would say, tool. But I wanted to highlight to him that the excitable side of things, the excitement that's building in the community in every aspect except for the price. You mentioned price, everyone gets deflated. So we're not talking price at the moment. Just the story that's expanded and got bigger and is now greater than when I first looked at it, than I ever expected. I just expected it to be used as a banker's coin to do cross-border payments and make it quicker and cheaper, and basically bring the cost of banking down, and maybe due to the banking system, what's happened to every other industry, you know, it needs to get smarter and cheaper. Shut up. But basically, I couldn't go and say that to him, because that's just the bigger picture. That's what we're all hoping, that the altruistic side of things, that's going to happen, and everyone then can afford to get banked, and it becomes easier for people to be banked and everything like that. That's a whole different live stream. So basically, I took a look at some figures. Now, the figures that I was looking at basically was the growth that we've had. And oh my God, when anyone says to you in the future, shit price, shit coin, never going to do anything, never going to happen, right? We're going on a 3-year, right? So in the last 3 years, December 2016, XRP was 0.006 cents. It's now round about the 0.3, 30 cents. So that's a 4,900% change in 3 years. So basically 4,900%. If you were to turn that round and grow now 4,900%, that takes you up to $15. So 3 years ago, we went up by 4,900%, up to 30 cents. If you remember the all-time high, basically that was 2 years ago. So 2 years ago, that was 63,900% rise. And that was from December 2016 to December 2017. If it was to do that again, then the growth would take it up to $192. So my point is that we've already mooned once, and we didn't have the story. We didn't have the partnerships. We didn't have the good news coming out every single day. And from what I understand back then, that growth, the all-time high, was just on something inconsequential, as it works out at the time, and it caused it to go up. So basically, see you later, 589. So basically, what we're looking at is a situation where we've had nearly 5,000% rise in the last 3 years. What investment could you have put money in 3 years ago that could do that for you now? And we're looking at it now going, when moon? When moon? When's it going to go up? It's gone up, right? It just so happens we got in at the wrong time. If you weren't in 3 years ago, I've been in sort of 1 year nearly. So for me, it's gone down. But you need to look at the historical. So it's not that it's a shit coin. It's done bloody fantastic, and it will continue to do so in their time. I'm not even going to put time limits on it or anything like that. But one thing I do know is that we will have a growth. There has to be, because we need to have a liquidity, and the only way we get liquidity is if the price goes up. But we don't need that liquidity yet. So if it's not necessary, it's not going to happen. So it's, yeah, without utility. So and by the way, hi Dilip. So basically, what I'm trying to say to people now is wait for all these chess pieces to go into place. Wait for all these ramps. Yes, Dilip. What about to wait for all of these ramps to go into place? Hopefully, the UK ramps are going to go in soon. We know there's Japanese ramps being put in through MoneyGram. So we are in a situation where we're watching exponential growth happen in front of our eyes, and we're moaning about the price. Now, anyone and everyone has gathered up to this point, the price ain't going to move on news, right? Whatever happens, it's never going to go up just because of a bit of news. Hi, Carolina. So basically what we need to do is we need to get excited and get positive and be happy to watch this play go on. This is like I don't know, if you're in America, a top American baseball game, or I know, American football match, or football match in the UK, or, you know, sitting there at Wimbledon watching the finals, because we are watching history in the making. I mean, there's no two ways about it. We're physically seeing a new asset class come into being. It's like watching a baby being born, just over a longer period of time. So get excited. You know, if we'd have been born 100 years ago, if we were born 100 years from now, we would not have the what's the word? The experience that we're going through right now. Is a privilege, the privilege of watching this all come into play and go into place. So, you know, I was around in the tech bubble back in, oh God, the early 2000s. Yeah, late 90s, early 2000s. So I watched the bubble happen. Now, what happened when that bubble went? you had this amazing growth in a specific class, share class, technology. We had the technology boom, and that bubble went big, 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 and then went pop. And then what came out at the end of it, it was carnage. But what came out at the end of it was the likes of Amazon. We had an internet of information. We could buy things on the internet. We could pay for things. Our banks went onto it, right? So that's just what happened on the end of the technology boom. People that didn't sell their companies went bust because they couldn't play against the big players. And the smart ones sold when they were offered to, because they realized that where things were going, or they just took the money because they were offered millions for their companies. Doesn't matter. What it did was it put a whole load of very smart people within very large companies that then put their heads together and made the internet what it is now. And I know it's ever growing and everything like that, but we would not have the likes of the Amazon side of things, the Google, the Apple, if we hadn't have gone through that technology boom back then. And yeah, there was tears, and yeah, it was nasty, you know, and people went bankrupt, and it's not nice at all. But they were the ones that thought that they could push their way through, and they got it wrong. It's a gamble. And what we're going through now is the same sort of thing, but in a different way, because the cryptocurrency side of things is going to be a new monetary system. It's going to open up the world to free banking, free movement of money. We're going to be able to move money as quickly as we can send an email, as much as quickly as you're putting a message up on there and I'm looking at it. Hi, Borislav. It is going to be that quick, and that's what's needed. This is the next step in the new generation of technology. And on the back of that, I mean, I firmly believe exchanges are going to get bought out by banks, right? I don't think, unless the exchanges can go and do what banks do as well as what the exchanges do, and I hope to God that Wietse manages to do it. Thanks, Peru. And if Wietse manages to set his banking app up, and he can make it so that it's as easy to use, so his mother can use it, which is what he's going for, then oh my God, people will not be scared of cryptocurrency. It's becoming mainstream. You've seen it on the TV, you've seen it in films. You've got governments talking about it, banks are talking about it, monetary systems are talking about it. Sorry, scratchy throat. So it's coming, and they're drip feeding it to the public. You know, at the moment, it's going to be as bad as somewhere that terrorists and money launderers, they're the ones that use cryptocurrency. Don't trust it, don't do it. But they're bringing it into the conversation. And then as soon as the regulation comes in, all of a sudden they're going to go, boom, it's safe to use now, but best you use it through the usual way. And the people in the know, you and me, and you and me, basically we're going to be sitting there going, yeah, right. No, it's okay. We've got Wietse. We're going to use his banking app. And then Wietse is going to become the standard, and any exchanges that don't adapt to that, I think personally, and this is just my personal opinion, they're either going to get bought by banks and they're going to take the exchanges over, and the ones that are going to get bought are the ones that already have the AML. So watch for the exchanges that have been approved by Ripple, because they're the ones that have all their AML in place, ready for, and they're the only ones that they're actually linking up with. So watch that one. But the smaller exchanges that don't have the onboarding and offboarding, that haven't managed to do anything about the AML side of things, you're talking about carnage. They're the ones that are going to get taken unless they are going to amalgamate and become a larger organization in order to be able to take on the banks, because that's what's going to happen. There's going to be a massive power struggle. Banks are going to have to change the way that they work. They're going to have to work on the basis that they can't charge what they charge now. There's not going to be the fat cats holding their hands out when the money's changing hands. You know, they're not going to be able to do the charges that they charge you for doing what they do. So basically what that means is that everything is going to change. How much of that will change in the front and how much of that is going to change at the back, I don't know. I think the smart people are going to work it out. And basically, when they work it out, they will, I'm hoping there'll be a lot more awake people on that side of it. The ones that don't want to deal with the banks, they're going to have an alternative. But the likes of the cryptocurrency bank accounts, like the one that Weedsay is doing, I don't know how much of that is going to be given a good press to start with, because the governments don't want people to do that sort of stuff. Oh, birds flying. Yeah, she's probably going to land on my head. Nope, she's going to land on the floor. What are you doing there? Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Now, she's not hand-hang. But she landed on the floor, so she couldn't get up herself. Oh, there she goes. So yeah, so basically that's my thoughts. So I'm just going to have a quick read and catch up with anybody. I've got to go back up because I stopped looking at that when I went on my away there thoughts, because I get distracted really easily. May not go up until BTC is at 20k. I'm not so sure that BTC and XRP are that linked at the moment. People are making noises about the fact that it's not quite so like for like anymore. Patience and faith at Egbertina, of course. How you doing, honey? And thank you for retweeting that, Peru. I really appreciate that. Yes, Notorious, we are going to see those gains again. But yes, we do need to let time take its course, and that's the whole point. I think we need to concentrate on the story. You know, talk about the different things that are happening. Don't concentrate on the price. The price is what's causing problems, because everybody's getting pissed off about the fact that it's not going up. We'll get all this great news. And I don't look at it every day anymore, because I get pissed off looking at the price. I watch the news. I watch what's happening. I go onto the FCA website in the UK and see how they're treating it. You know, it's one of those things that we need to be ignoring the price. We all know the price is not going to it's not going to follow the standard procedure. So we just got to suck it in, pull up your big boy pants, as DIA says. But basically, we need to start being a bit more positive, so that people don't actually get a chance to cause the problems. You know, if somebody wants to come in and say, ha, you know, XRP, where's your growth? You know, it'll be still sitting at 30 cents in 10 years time. Have a little smile, speak to the hand, because the face ain't listening. You know, we know better. We know it's got to go up, because it doesn't make sense for it not to. You know, every single piece of information actually backs up the fact that we're going to need liquidity. And to be honest, we need more liquidity now than when I first thought, because it's bigger than we first expected. So $500 a coin would actually take it to where it needs to be in order to do the cross-border transactions, or roundabout thereabouts, you know, 350, 500. But it's bigger than that. You've got to bring in things like derivatives. You've got to take into consideration, yeah, we're going to have more XRP in the marketplace, but how much of that is going to be squirreled away? Because you've got the likes of Fidelity and Backed and SBI. You know, the Japanese people are starting to get into that side of it. They are taking it on bigger time. How many people are going to be squirreling that way, putting that into investments? You know, we've got futures and we've got ETFs. You know, it's all coming, but all of these things are going to be tying up XRP. And once the story starts to get out there, which is why it's really good that we need to release that information out as the good news comes in and share the shit out of it. And I'm talking about not just in Twitter, Facebook, you know, get people used to seeing the word XRP, let them understand, throw the word in cryptocurrency, crypto assets is a better way of doing it. And get people used to it. Oh, hi, Connor. Next 2 to 4 weeks is XRP time. End of August and the start of September should be good for the community. I hope so. The technology and infrastructure is done and technology tested and proven to work. The greatest advancement in the monetary system and the upgraded telecommunications and transmission equipment are already in place, ready for the digital age which is coming. Oh, Connor, is that all the banks that have been going down every weekend for upgrades? The software has got up to the hardware, Internet 5.0 and Internet of Value. No more hiding is the downside. That's the trade. That's the trade. API will be a huge opportunity for XRP. Thank you. I really, do you know what? I like that. I like that a lot. I've gone all the way down to the bottom, sorry. Bones, regulation is the hold up. Yeah. We said all the way through that regulation was holding it back, but we never thought that regulation would stop it in its tracks. And I think that's where people got disappointed. Borislav, my future bank is Bitrue Bank. Yep, you can go to Bitrue Bank when he brings it out. I'm personally going to be supporting Wietze Wind, who invented the Tipbot, because one, he's a member of the Twitter community, and two, he is the most amazing young man you've ever met in your life. So much as I am at VIP for Bitrue, and I really do enjoy what they're doing, and I think their customer service is the standard so far. If I got my hands on customer service of any of the crypto exchanges, boy, would that change. Give me Wirex. I'll show them how to do customer service. Just saying. 32 years in an office doing customer service for people, and I know what is good customer service. And Bitrue goes a long way, but it's not perfect. And the rest of them have got a long way to go. What's up with the SEC? Don't know. What is up with the SEC? Carolina? We'll have a conversation afterwards. Yes, we are here first, digital asset conductor, and we will reap the rewards if we keep hodling. We need to make sure that we hold fast. And you need to find somebody, a YouTuber that you can watch daily. I wouldn't do daily. I don't know enough about it to be able to give the news in the way and explain it in the way it needs to be. I can go and read the news. I don't need to go and have somebody read it to me, and I can read a lot quicker than sitting down and watching them. What I do need to be able to do is understand it, and they're the people that I concentrate on. And that's why I watch people like Love for Crypto, because he picks a subject and he tells you all about it. He reads a news segment and then he explains it. It's really good, really, really good. And when they do their deep dives, oh my God, I can't remember what his brother's name is, but the other Love for Crypto. But when they do their stuff, go and have a look. Honestly, it's amazing. And so are SPQR. You want deep dives? They connected some dots, and they've connected some really naughty dots as well. David, you're in. You got to Rhodes, yeah? Perfect. Well, have a wonderful holiday, honey. DAC. If you're driving, do not text and drive, mate. No. Take that from Auntie Boo Boo. Proppy, yeah, Proppy is going to be a good one. Probably not yet. We need to have a lot more adoption before Proppy is going to come in its own. So it's one I'm going to look at in the future, unless I get a job. If I get a job, I'll start to diversify again and get more in. But at the moment, I'm sticking with what I've got and playing a bit around with it. And Chris, yeah, I don't argue with stupid. Just no point. I put my point out there and then I forget them. Polly, yes, Polly is also going to be a good one. And ETH is a base for so many different coins that it's never going to go away, I don't think. Which is also what I jumped to the bottom again. Hold on, sorry, I'm not very good with this. Oh, you're going through. Right. Yes, ETH isn't going anywhere. DAC. ZIL, VET, HOT, VET, ADA, TRX. I'm not so sure on TRX. I sold all mine. All great coins. DAC, you sold off yours as well. That casino coin. Yeah, I've got a few casino coin. It's quite volatile, so I sell the highs and buy the lows and just increase my XRP. So it's quite good. Divi, never heard of it. DIVI, or did you just put that in there so that I would read it out? Eh? Does it mean the same in America as it does here? Because Divi is not a nice way of calling somebody. BTT, SIA is a Harvard invested coin. Sold it. Good to know. Wait for the CSC to go down and then buy it back. It's the best way of doing it. Usually it's buying and selling. I usually buy around about 4 or 5 Satoshis and sell around about 8 or 9. Calabasas Crypto, welcome. Thank you very much for calling me out. Chinu Patel. Yeah, there's a guy in my group, Connor, can't remember what his actual, it's gone, but there's a guy in my group, and I'm going to go and get his name, and he is amazing. In fact, if you DM him, he can add you to his group. He's sharing his TA on a regular basis. He explains what's going on. And he does put some posts up. My precious XRP. He's at C Crypto Secure. So CCRYPTO Secure. He's based in Holland. Really nice. I've met him. I've physically spoke to him. And really, really nice guy. And he's trying his best for the community. So go give him a like and share. And if you're interested in his thoughts on the TA, and you can never have enough people giving you information, then ask him if you can join in the group chat. There's only a few of us in there. I read it. I'm trying to get to grips with what it's all about. I've got to say I don't understand it a lot, and probably never will, because I'm not really in this for the. Thanks. Sorry, she just shut on the paper. I've got paper down there, by the way. That's what you're hearing. Yeah, but he's really good, really, really good. And if you want to learn something, be able to ask him questions, then he's a good one. He's going to be setting up a website, and you're going to be able to get a lot more information from the website itself. Chainlink. I've been given the nod and the wink. That's actually bouncing red or pulled back, ready to go for a bounce. So I've pulled some other stuff and dropped it into Chainlink Bones. Don't know if that's something that you know about. Chris, no news on my loss. Thanks very much for reminding me. CSC. If you want to know more about CSC DAC, then please do contact my precious XRP. OMG, was that oh my god or Omega coin or whatever it's called? Sorry, shouldn't be that flippant. Let me just catch up. Raven, QNT, Tina, how are you doing, honey? And I think that's me caught up. So, MoneyGram using Ripple and XRP fees should terrify Western Union, says DAI. Yes, they should. Which was why the guy from Western Union was almost falling over himself to speak to Brad Garlinghouse when MoneyGram first went live. So I would imagine, Peru, do not text and drive. For God's sake, man, stop it. You can catch up with it afterwards. It's fine. I know you're there. Do not do any more texting. But yeah, so you could see the fear in his eyes. I mean, he'd turned down Ripple before, and now that all this other information is coming out on MoneyGram, oh my god. See you later, Bones. It's going to terrify Western Union because they will take the whole market share. Who's going to pay more to go with Western Union when they could pay less to go with MoneyGram? Faster, cheaper. It's a no-brainer. Absolute no-brainer. And yeah, so if XRP goes below 29 cents again, I believe I'll be adding to the bags again. I am desperately trying to get a job so I can get some money so I can add to what I've got. I thought I had enough, and now I'm sort of selling down a little every month so that I can live while I haven't got a job, expecting it to go up a little bit so that it can keep me while I'm waiting for the rest of it to happen. But I'm literally every day I'm sitting there going, for fuck's sake, I want more. I need money to buy more. So the only way I'm going to get money is if I sell my house. That hasn't happened yet. I sold my car and bought more anyway. So I've got 2 cars. So I sold my second car. And yeah, I mean, I could starve the bird, I suppose. You could go without food for a while, couldn't you, Zerts? Starve myself, might lose some weight. But apart from that, no. The only way I'm going to get money is to physically go and earn it. So no. I'm a very independent person, DAC, very independent, and I don't need people to take care of me. I'm not married, no children, and basically I'm used to taking care of myself. So if I really want a job, I put 12 applications in yesterday. I've had 2 phone calls today. Best XRP on-ramp in the UK. I like Bitrue. Their fees are a little bit higher. The best on-ramp to XRP is actually through Parrot, which is Weeks of Wind. And basically, it's cheaper and it's fast to the point where you go onto the Parrot site, get yourself you say how much you're sending across, and then you get your reference, and then you go to your bank account and you send it across, but it has to go, it's going into Holland, so it's going euros. So going UK to euros depends on what the charges are of the bank as to how much of a difference the cheaper fees make it, if that makes sense. Bitpanda's a good one. Bitpanda, I like Bitpanda. Bitpanda basically do their AML on a third party link. Oh, here we go. So the third party link that you have on Bitpanda sends you through to a company that will AML you, anti-money launder you, on like a Skype call. And I really like that. That was amazing customer service. None of this, taking a picture of your passport and then having your piece of paper with your driving license or your passport. You're trying to hold that and then take a selfie at the same time and send that through, because obviously it's a ball ache. And I haven't got balls. It's a boob ache. But basically, yeah, it was straightforward. It took a couple of minutes and you're done. So I really quite liked that. Sewing House 2, Kame. Ramen noodles. No, I'm not on noodles. And I have to say, I haven't given up every single bottle of wine. I've given up most of my bottles of wine per week, but not every single one of them. But yeah, if I can sell my house, oh my God. Then basically that would be the best idea for myself. It cuts down how much I have to pay out, and basically I do have a yeah, we don't Calabasas crypto. I love Peru crypto, and I think that he would make an amazing ambassador, but trying to force Bitrue into taking him on, I don't agree with that. That's like people turn around saying that I should be an ambassador, and it's not my place to ask, and it's not anybody else's place to ask for me. If Bitrue feel that I would be a benefit to their company, yes. But Peru, I love you to bits, and I love the fact that you tip people all the time, and you're amazing. But it's wrong to try and force a company into taking you on. If they notice you, they will ask you. And there we go. See, this is the point. I don't know if any of you actually saw when I first got back. Yeah, go around. No, go around. Turn round, Zerps. It's my personal opinion, but I think it's wrong to try and, I mean, it makes us look like bullies to try and force a company to make an ambassador of someone that they haven't actually asked is a little bit wrong. You start chewing my head, bird, and I swear to God. I know, Peru, I know, but it's almost, and I love you a lot, an absolute, but it's almost embarrassing as a member of the community to watch this. And to be perfectly honest, you endorse some people that the rest of the community don't. Bitch, hold on. Get off. Off. Come on, move. I know. I was hoping you wouldn't actually notice that. I got it. It's fine. If you catch it quick enough. Yeah, stay there. Oh God, where was I? Yeah. For me, it's embarrassing because Bitrue, nobody should try and force a company into doing something that a community wants. And to be honest, there are links with people that they cannot be affiliated with. So Peru, you endorse some people that the community don't endorse. Thank you, Digital Asset Conductor. I'm trying to be positive about this. But yeah, you endorse some people that basically shouldn't be endorsed. So this beautiful family absolutely loves you, but the reality is that you're endorsing some of the people that make us cringe. So it's not something that's going to happen because BitTrue can't be seen to be endorsing somebody that endorses that side of it anyway. And like I say, to try and force them to do it is a little bit unfair. They're a business, and it's down to them what they do. It is a deep conversation, and I'm trying to be very tactful, and tactful is not really my forte, because I'm very straight. I'm one of those people, I tell it to your face. I told it to his face. No, stay there. I said it to his face. You know, I had my say on that side of it. I said it to the other person's face as well. So so it's nothing that I haven't already had, but it's not something I want to rehash. It's done. It's dealt. It's a thing that happened that needs to have a line put under it and finished with. But yeah, right, we need to finish that one. Does anybody else need me to speak about anything else? Would anybody like me to cover off anything else? Apart from the fact that we love you, Peru. Yeah, I mean, basically, the thing is, what we need to do, I mean, I put out Moon Soon on this thing to get people, see? And what I'm trying to do is just say to people, hold your horses. We've already had a moon. And Came is brilliant. I haven't caught any of your streams yet, Came, but I see that you are being promoted all over Twitter. So it's something that I need to look into. But SBI, I haven't heard anything from Eri either. So I can't speak about SBI because I get my news from her. On that side of it, there are certain people that I go to. Anything to do with the UK, then I will go to Love for Crypto and SPQR first and foremost. Anything to do with America, then I will go for Digital Asset Investor and Kimes, Brad, because he's amazing, and a few of the others. You know, Crypto Ginger, and I watched a load of his, and he was great. He's not working at the moment. And no, Notorious. Oh my God, I love you. I mean, you know, how much hype do I give you before you actually do your epic videos? You know, if you want any form of, there's a couple of different people. If you want to feel good about it, if you want to be amazed, if you want to be hyped, if you want to come away thinking that we're going to take on the world and I need to buy some more, Notorious's videos are they're a build up of an epic. I mean, he's got it down to a T. And Peru talks about the soulfulness of what XRP is going to be bringing, and how we need to be a community, and we need to take ownership of this transfer as wealth and be able to pass that on to people that have less, right, that aren't awake, that are going to miss out on it. And you know, it's Digital Asset Conductor, you do some really good videos, but we never see your face. You know, Sam, I am deep dives. You know, it's all, there's so many people. I just, and depending on my mood and depending what I'm looking for, or depending on what I need at the time, I go to all these different ones. You know, you've got Digital Nomad Investor. Oh my God, if you really want to sit down, you need 3 hours of your time to do it. You know, I clean the house and listen to what he's doing. But it's one of those, no, get off. No, thank you. Get on my shoulder. Get on my shoulder. No? Okay. Yeah. If you want to know what's going on worldwide and be able to tie it all in together, DNI all day, every day. Oak, you know, there's just so many. There's too many. I couldn't even Hoddle Report. Amazing. You know, and when he has somebody on as an interview, oh my God, the bounciness where he goes on off everybody. Geopolitical, oh my God, micro political. You know, that man knows a lot more. DNI, I'm talking about here. DNI, yeah, he knows stuff that probably I'd like to sit down with him in a quiet room over a bottle of wine and find out just how much that guy does know, because that's my cup of tea. I love that sort of thing. But yeah, you got Chip, the minute. It's never a minute. He needs to change it to half hour, 30 minutes. Yes, he is. He's a great geopolitical, but his is a different format. Whereas DNI, what he does is he interacts. He's doing what I'm doing with you lot here now. So he interacts with people on a level where somebody will say something and he knows about it. But he doesn't just talk about that. He will talk about what happened before that, and then before that to cause all that to happen. You know, you got to, like I said, set 3 hours aside. But when he comes back, I think he's in America at the moment. No, go away. Stop it. I'm not letting her out next time. Yeah, so when he comes back, he's in Singapore, I think. So when he comes back, he Chris, thank you. It's your day job to listen to YouTubers. Ed Bettina, you got the best job in the world. I find it really difficult because I like today. I went off to my uncle's and I've done 5 hours worth of work with him because he had new couch, sofa, settee, whatever way you call it in the world. And basically, I needed to swap his room around and do all that. 5 hours later, you know, I'm chomping at the bit to get out the door because I've missed all the live streams, and you know, and I'm was going to do this earlier and wasn't actually going to do this live either. I was just going to do this as a 20-minute thing, but I find it really difficult to talk to myself on big topics, and I like the fact that I get the feedback. And I've just realised I've been rambling on for 53 minutes. I'm sorry. But yeah, I resent anything that takes me away from Twitter, and I have YouTube going on in the background. If I haven't got YouTube on my laptop, like when I was submitting all these applications the other day, then I've got it on the television, and then I'm on Twitter on my phone, and I'm multitasking at the same time and getting as much information in as I possibly can. So, you know, how the hell am I going to find the time to get a job? And Ed Bettina, you get to do it. You get to, yeah, that's the best job in the world. So if ever you need to delegate, I'm happy to do that. If you need somebody to take over the crypto side of things, yeah, then I'll take one for the team. Not a problem at all. DAC, you should do a video. Yeah, you should do a video each day and do a deep dive on the board of directors. I think that's an amazing idea. You know, it's one of those things that that the community would really appreciate, I think. I mean, feedback, guys, put it on there. Okay, Blake, not a clue what you're saying, but want to learn. Okay, Bloke, are you a member of the crypto community, hun? Because this might just be a moot point. Chris, yeah, I know, but I love doing live streams. I really, Angie, see you later, honey. I love doing live streams, but I need to have a reason. So, okay, bloke, you're not in the crypto community. Basically, that's what we're talking about here is crypto, and putting into context some of the price movements that we have or haven't had recently against price movements that we had previously. If that brings it in a nutshell. Notorious Peru, we love you here at the Notorious XRP camp. Of course we do. Boo Boo, I'm a shining star for the XRP community, including Connie and so many others. Yeah, Connie, where the bloody hell are you? Loving you. Don't know why you're not here. But yeah, Connie is amazing. Angel girl is what I call her, and she's the most softly spoken woman you will ever meet in your life. She hates any sort of aggressiveness or bad feeling or even arguments or anything like that. But to show how much she loves you, she punches you in the arm. Doesn't do it to the ladies, only does it to the men. But boy, you watch their faces afterwards. It hurts. I've seen her slap a table when she couldn't hit somebody on the arm, and everything jumped. So she shows her love in a different way. And she's amazing. She's amazing. And we all need to send her our love, because she's had a bad time recently, and she needs to feel the love in a big way. Boo, we should do a humorous talk about waiting on XRP. Yes, we should. Tina, I think that we should have a live stream with the girls, and I think we should have cue cards, and we give a card to somebody, and they will have to come back and say what they would do with that subject to do with XRP. So, I don't know, jet skis. I would buy jet skis for everybody in Eastbourne down the beach, so that everybody on the Eastbourne beach could have a go on a jet ski with somebody on the back, so that they swing them around and they hit the water, and they get to feel how cold the water actually is, because the water in the UK is freezing, I've got to say. So yeah, that's the sort of thing I'd be up for. Of course, there's more great people. And the thing about the XRP community, right? Yes, we have bad people come in. There's always going to be bad people that come in. They are nefarious. They are soulless people that don't deserve. And what they do is they try and come in and take advantage of the good people that are in here, because we are all pulled together by the fact that we have the same energy. And the fact our energy is to share, right? We show our trials, our tribulations, our happiness, our sadness. You know, we share when we're feeling good, when we're feeling bad, when we're feeling sad, when we're feeling angry. We share. And I've never had a community like this. Okay, bloke, I'll come back to you in a minute. But basically, what we need to understand is that there are people in the world that are going to come into our community, pretend to be something they're not, right? And basically, that is going to ruin it for some. Angel Connie, thank bloody, you heard me. I was calling you mentally up there. But there are people that are always going to come in, and we need to be aware, and we need to pay attention to the energy of people. And a jet ski rental company that accepts XRP payments. Yeah. But we need to be aware of the energy of people that come in. And if it doesn't feel right, just let somebody know. If it's like we did with the other person, there was a few of us, Angel Connie included, They got together and we discussed it. And because we discussed it, we realized that we all had different parts of the jigsaw puzzle. And that's when we outed them. So there is so many different there's so many different ways of being a community where we welcome other people in, but we don't have to be taken in at the same time. And I think that as this goes on, I think we're going to have to be more aware of the people that we are talking to on a daily basis. And one of the things that the girls have done is we've had Zoom calls between us, so we all know that each other are real. So we know each other are real. So we I've seen their faces, I've heard what they said, we've had hours worth of conversations, where we literally share, you know, our thoughts, our aspirations, our dreams, our likes, our dislikes, our you know, our good things, our bad things. And it's good to be in groups. And if you can get into groups in the Twitter and be part of the community, you can only have 50 people in any one group. And the thing that you need to understand is, if you're going to be a member of a group, and I'm going to put this out there, you can't be sensitive, right? You can't be sensitive, because you are made up of a whole load of different people. And what one person thinks might not be what somebody else thinks. What one person says might be in a completely different context to what somebody else takes it as. And I've seen people hounded out of groups because somebody took something in a context and then turned it around and turned it into something that it wasn't, and then threw their toys out the pram in order to get this person chucked out. And basically, I think that if you're going to be a part of a group, any group, then you need to either put up and shut up, or you need to get out, because you can't censor people. This whole community is made up of a lot of different people from a lot of different backgrounds, from a lot of different cultures, and basically we need to accept that some people are going to say things that other people are going to not like, and if they do, then step out the conversation for a while, or challenge it. That's what I do. If I don't like something, I ask them why they said it, and generally it's because it's been taken the wrong way, right? And that's the best way of doing it. If then they continue on with something that I don't like, I either step away for a while, make a mental note not to have that conversation with that person, because everybody's good people. There are no bad people. I might be politically opposite to somebody, right? So I won't talk politics with them again, right? That's the way it works. You know, if I want to have a debate with someone, of course, right? I love a good debate. Give me a great debate anytime. Don't do it in a group chat. It's not fair, because you pull other people in. Some people will agree with that person, some people agree with me or the other person, and then they get divided loyalties because we're all part of the same group community, right? And that's where the divide comes in. Now, I'm a member of a few different groups. One of my groups I keep very small, and basically it's an anything goes. Anything goes. Anyone can say anything at any time. If I brought somebody else into that group and they walked into one of their conversations where they're mouthing off about, I don't know, something stupid, and they've walked into a conversation, they'll get the wrong end of the stick. But the thing is, you've had 2 months of them taking the piss out of each other for it to get to that stage, and you've walked into, I don't know, an old boys club in you know, between certain people, and we all just sit at the side and laugh. And that's the thing. And then I'm part of other groups where I have to mind my P's and Q's, because I know there's sensitive people in there. But you can't be sensitive. Sensitive is not acceptable, because other people are allowed to have differing views. So if this community is going to be working properly, then that's that needs to be a point where everybody accepts that everybody else has got a right to what they think. Tina. Oh, digital asset conductor. Had a garage sale last month and put on the sign accepts crypto. 3 people paid you in BTC. Woohoo! And yeah, that's Zerps. Yeah, she keeps trying to land on my head, Connie. I said on this tweet, put 10K in Bitcoin, it might go to 20K, great, but put the same 10K in XRP over the same period, much better gains. That's true. That's true. Possibly. Not a financial advisor anymore. Hey SW, how you doing, hun? XRP baby, comment was taken way wrong way. No, Calabasas, no. Sorry, honey. I you said something, and what it's done is it's brought something back that I was reading in Twitter about different people trying to get Bitrue to add an ambassador, and a lot of people jumped on the bandwagon. So it's not you; it was the idea on that side of it. But let's not go back to that. Who's that? Wise lady, Christine Kelly. Hello, how you doing? No, I just talk shit. I just love to talk. Andrew Nation 13. Hello, how you doing, honey? And heck, I'm going to try that with Craigslist. Selling furniture for Bitcoin. That would be really good. Furniture for Bitcoin would be fantastic. Give it a try. We'll be interested to see how many out there utilize their BTC. Yep. Right, so I think we're actually coming to the end of this. I know, right, Chris? I thought you were going to be the only person. Listen, I put it up on the Twitter. I put on a couple of the groups and just said, if I go live, will you join me? And unfortunately, I think people thought that I was asking if somebody would actually come on and do an interview with me. But no, I just wanted to go live and have a conversation. Thank you. Have a conversation with somebody there, so that I wasn't just talking. That's why I didn't actually record it as a video and put it up. What do you mean you're just getting started? You've done this to me last time. I ended up on here for 2.5 hours. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that again. That's not fair. I want people to watch my video. I really want the people to watch the video. So no, I'm gonna have to go because it's 1 hour 7 minutes at the moment. So it's getting to be far too long for people. They won't watch it. They'll look at it and just won't watch it. Chris, stop it. You didn't give anyone a chance to answer. Who wants me to stay? Huh? Watch nobody put their hand up at you. Okay, bloke. Actually, just a quickie. You said, where can you buy Bitcoin? Basically, if you're a newbie and you want Bitcoin particularly, then what I would suggest is go onto YouTube and watch a few of the different YouTubers to do with Bitcoin. Do a bit of research, find out what cryptocurrency is all about. There's whole communities of people of like Bettina, there's whole communities of people out there that will help you with BTC specifically. I don't know much about Bitcoin itself, but basically there's lots of different exchanges that you can go to buy Bitcoin. What I would suggest is that you look at the exchanges that you can buy Bitcoin direct, but you can also take your money off of direct. And I'm not endorsing particularly, but look at the biggies like Coinbase, like Binance. You watch my thing on Wirex, so you know to stay away from them. Are you actually in the UK? Okay, bloke. Or are you America, or where are you? Charlie Lee just tweeted you, huh? You're in the UK. Okay. I personally like Bitrue because you can put the coins into something called Power Piggy. And then basically that would gain you parts of a Bitcoin every day that you've got it with them. It's not invested, it's not taken away, you can take it out anytime. I like Bitrue for that. If you haven't got much, then that's a really good way to start. But you can't take out of Bitrue. So you can put it in, but you can't take it out. Coinbase and Binance, you can both buy BTC directly on, and you can take out. You need to look at what the charges are. Basically, you can go in and join however many exchanges you want, which is great because it doesn't cost you a penny. So what I would suggest is that go and join a few. If you're interested in cryptocurrency, go and join a few, because all of them have got some information in there about cryptocurrency and what it is. I'm not going to tell you to buy Bitcoin, to not buy Bitcoin, to go to any particular exchanges, because I'm not allowed. I'm not a financial advisor. The problem is there are no financial advisors out there that actually give you advice in the UK, because I thought I would get a job really easily in the financial services industry because I know about cryptocurrency. No one's even heard of it, and those that do, not interested. So they don't have the views. Shut up! Shut up! I'll turn the light off. You'll be stuck. Get on your cage. So yeah, so basically there are a few different things that you can do. There's a few different places you can go to. So I would say look at Binance and Coinbase, because they are the first, they're the biggest. Also, my personal favorite is Bitrue. Very easy to use. Make sure you do your anti-money laundering on all of the exchanges that you join, and make sure that you are verified, because there will come a time that if you're not verified, you're not going to be able to access your money. That's coming by the end of next year. If they don't bring that forward, I would hope they would bring that forward personally. I know. And then basically, yeah, it's a case of, if BTC is your chosen, or you're just doing it because you've heard of it, then take some note of some names. Are you on Twitter? Okay, guy. Her name's Zerx. Of course she's saying XRP. Shut up. No. It's because I'm not paying her any attention. Yeah, you're on Twitter. You're Twitter, right? So, if you want to, I mean, guys, put your if you want to help him, put your Twitter address on the chat. I'm still XRP Boo Boo on Twitter. So if you want to DM me, then I can give you some other information, and perfectly happy to point you in the right direction. I can't talk to you about Bitcoin. I don't know anything about it. As you can tell by my name, I'm an XRPer. I also have many other coins, and I have 0.03% or 0.03 of a Bitcoin. But it's Carolina, you just crack me up. So yeah, so basically that's about as much as I can help you on here. But I can go and get you more information on other stuff. And what you were saying, Chris, and digital asset conductor, Litecoin. Not sure about that one. I sold down some of my Litecoin for Chainlink because I was told that was retracing, ready for a bit of a pump. So I've bought into that and then put some sell orders in, ready to go on Bitrue. So yeah, we'll see what happens with that. But if it doesn't sell, then it doesn't sell, and I've still got the same amount of Chainlink. So as long as by the time I sell it, it's worth more, then yeah, that makes sense. XRP from a bird's point of view. Zerps wants to live stream. Yes, she does. But if she sits on my head, she shits. Not having it. She missed my hair and got my skin. So LTC, I think, has a good future if they can start to, well, it's based on the back of BTC. So LTC it doesn't have the updates that you would normally see because the updates going from BTC, which is what he said in that thing Sam I Am did in the video that Sam I Am did. So I don't know what's true, what's not true, or anything like that. I just know that I had a little bit of LTC and it made me want to hedge my bets. So I pulled out for now with the view to going back in. But I've got one. One will do. So now, guys, now I'm going 1.25 hours. I think that's enough. Okay. Plus the fact I need to get this bird back in her cage, and she's not going to hush up until she gets a bit of TLC. So I'm going to say goodbye, good night, good afternoon, good morning, wherever you may be in the world. And yeah, hopefully that was a little bit of help for you all. So yeah, exactly. Zero clarity. Then it will make a lot of people uncomfortable. XR pizza and boo. No, that's cool. That's cool. I will do another one as soon as a subject comes up that I'm comfortable talking about. So see you later, guys. Sleep well. It's nearly my bedtime anyway, so I will say good night. Take care. Peace.